Hey guys, Steve here from the Cook Family Homestead, and these bugs. I am down at camp, and a funny story, kind of a unique situation. I never get to go, rarely do I get to do, once in a while I tell my wife like hunting is my getaway thing, solo thing. I like to get out and once in a while by myself, and so I've never really been on like a solo camp trip for a while, years and years and years, but it's something I used to love to do. So anyway, we have like a family camp. It's kind of behind me there. It's a cabin tucked away in the Allegheny National Forest, very secluded, no cell phone service or anything, but kind of a funny situation. We were camping the last 4 days, and we have a van, and whenever we go camping, we got a bunch of kids, so we have to bring the car top carrier, and we lost the key to that car top carrier, and we searched and searched and searched, and we cannot find it. So needless to say, we have 2 big coolers of food and 3, 4, or 5 bags of garbage, and we just couldn't bring it back. So quite a ways, it's a good hour and a half, 2-hour trip from home. So I decided that me and my dog are going to come up and grab the rest of the stuff in the truck and spend the night and do a little camping. So I came up a little early. It's about 5 now in the evening, but I thought I'd give you a quick tour of the camp. So this is the camp here. Here, hold on, let me get the... Alright, so this is the camp, and it's on this road that is absolutely horrific to drive on and a lot easier in a truck. There's my Tacoma. But this is the cabin, and that building there used to be the outhouse, and now that is the outhouse, and now we have a tank and everything in there. They come drain it out, but it is the outhouse, and it's also a storage shed on the other side there. But this is the cabin, so let's walk in. And there is no running water or anything like that. We do have electric, but no running water. And like I said, outhouse over there. Propane for the heaters and for the stove. So there's the garbage that I gotta take back. But hold on, let me call my dog in. So this is the front door. When you walk in, and there's like a little kitchen area here, and there's no running water, so there's a natural spring, so we go fill these up, and that's what we use for water, for washing dishes or cleaning up. But that is the counter. And what's neat about these cabinets is someone gave them to my father-in-law, and he put those in there. And a new sink, fridge, and those are what I cook on constantly, and what I'm going to cook on again tonight. So that's kind of the kitchen area. Then there's like a little living room area, TV, DVD, VCR, couch. That couch also folds out in a bed. But so that's a view of the kitchen from there. And then there's a bunk room, and there are 6 beds in here. There's a queen there, bunk, queen, bunk. So that is the bunk room, and it is very hot in here today. So then we'll go out back, and this is where I spend most of my time. Come on, Cooper. And this is kind of like the back area here. And a couple picnic tables, and this is where I cook everything. If you watch my swans video, I'll put a link below, watch that video. That's what I cooked it on right there. And that's where we store our firewood, which we are getting low on, so we're gonna need some more of that pretty soon. But this is nice, and right there sometimes they'll fill that with feeder, and you can watch the bears come in and eat. But it's actually Pretty awesome out here. Well, it's definitely cooling down. It's starting to get a little cloudy, and we're supposed to get some really bad thunderstorms, so I got the candles all ready just in case the power goes out, but thought I'd light a fire. Got my sticks there, so let's get this thing lit. Well, fire is going pretty good, as you can see. I think it might be a little short-lived because as I'm looking up here, looks like we might got a storm rolling in. So, sit out here for a while. It's about 7 o'clock and just got done doing my devotions. So I wanted to share something with you. Sit down here in a minute. Man, is it beautiful out. I'm kind of glad it's a storm rolling in because it needs to cool down. You can already feel it's probably 10 degrees cooler than when I got here, and just a little breeze coming in. You could feel like a little coolness, so that's been much desired. Let me put it that way. We just camped for 4 days and it was so hot all those 4 days. We went hiking, we did some stuff, and it was pretty miserable outside. So having a nice cool cold front come in would be pretty sweet. There's my dog. Spoiled. So I'll share something with you. Let me sit down here. All right, as we hear the birds chirping and the fire popping, I thought I'd share something with you. Just spent some time with the Lord in my devotions, and I tell you what, if you can get outside and do your devotions, amazing. But I've been really, I used to include Proverbs in my devotions all the time, and I kind of been doing other things and sidetrack and doing other studies and things like that, and I just kind of had got away from Proverbs a little bit, so I've been trying to get back into it. And today is the 16th, so I read Proverbs 16 and just share a couple things from some stuff I journaled about. But the passage is just incredible. If you can, read Proverbs 16. One of the things I wrote down here, just read, kind of some of the stuff I write down here, but just read Proverbs 16, and wow. I put so much in there. Wisdom, honesty, righteousness, understanding, and the value of such things. It's priceless. It even talks about there, understanding more valuable than gold. And I thought that was awesome verse. But it got to me thinking, what are the things that I've been seeking after? And even in our walks, in our Christian walks, we might be thinking, hey, we're not doing bad. We're not going out and getting drunk and doing these things that are horrible. But when we examine our hearts, what are we really seeking? And a lot of the times, I realize, I'm seeking after my own flesh and the things that I want and desire. And I'm not seeking as these things, as Proverbs said, of wisdom and honesty and righteousness and understanding. I'm not seeking after those things. So that really spoke to me, and those are the things I really want to seek after. Those are the things that I want, and if you ever know, whenever you get something you want, you just want something else. I'm huge into hunting and stuff like that. So, of course, I had to get a new crossbow a couple years ago. Now I want the next best thing. Why? Where's the contentment in that? Nothing wrong if you can get one, but I'm just saying, it just seems that nothing brings you real, true contentment. So, but I just finished this. One of the verses in there, verse 23, says this, and it's something that I've tried to do in my own life, and I've got better at it. I'm not where I want to be, but I've got better on it. It says, the heart of the wise teaches his mouth and adds learning to his lips. and I'll paraphrase that. A wise man controls his tongue. You know, think before you speak, and I've got myself in a lot of trouble by not doing that. So I love that verse. I love Proverbs. You know, how many times have I read chapter 16? 25, 30, 40 times? And still just you meditate on it, you read it, and boom, it hits you between the eyes. So just a quick little devotional, I guess, while I'm at camp. Well, with that, if I do get some thunderstorms, I'll do some taping of it, and have all the candles and everything ready just in case the power could go out, which could happen with the kind of storms they're saying, but I think it would be pretty neat. One thing I've been down at camp before with rainstorms, but I don't think I've ever been down here with like thunderstorms, so that would be pretty neat to see if that happens. So all right, let's see what happens. Well, I decided to bring all my stuff, my preps in from the truck, emergency preps, just to get them charged up, make sure I have some power. There's my power pack, just in case I need to do some stuff, because the lights keep absolutely flickering on and off. But figure I'd get them charged up. They're pretty charged now, but I always keep them pretty charged, but that could use, you know, another half hour or so on the charger. But it is starting to get pretty nasty out, and a lot of lights are flickering, and the rain's starting to come just a little bit now. See there. It's about 8:20. Probably got about another 45 minutes of light, but as you can see, it's pretty dark out now. And here comes the wind, which I'm glad, because it's so hot in that cabin. I need some wind in there, cool it down. Oh, there's some lightning. I just hope my power doesn't go off all night. That's all I care. If it goes out for a little while, that's fine, but really don't want to be all night without power. Here comes the wind. Cooper and I are sitting on the front porch. There he is, chilling out with me. Wait for the storm to roll in. Feels good out here. I don't know why, I've always loved thunderstorms. I think this one might be passing by us though, because it just doesn't sound close like it's coming. Hopefully it does, but we'll see. Sorry for the annoying fan behind me. That's blowing into the cabin. It's a cabin. Cabin needs to cool down a little bit. What do you think there, Coop? Cooper. Hey, what do you think there? Chilling out. All right, it is morning at camp here, and made it through the night. We got some really super powerful thunderstorms after I fell asleep. Woke me up a few times, and it really was some serious thundering and lightning. But power went out for a little bit, but not very long, and I was mainly asleep, so it didn't really matter. But getting ready to pack up, sat around this morning, did a few things, and getting ready to head out now. But great night, just enjoyed myself. Got to do that more often, have a solo night here at camp, and clears the head, and you know, sometimes you just need to get away. So, but that was my solo night at camp. So beautiful day too, mid-70s, not super humid. Need it, man. It's been just ridiculous. So, and these flies are ridiculous. So I'm out, heading home. God bless.